Guys, it's been a while. I need a hit.
Let's catch up.
Yeah, let's start with you, Dan. Do you mind if we take a little stroll through all the different characters?
Yes.
Can you give us a little Homer, maybe?
Yeah, all right, a little Homer.
Then, of course, there's Krusty the Clown.
Right, Krusty.
I love late night. You can say anything. The cacta.
Grandpa Simpson, what are you people doing in my room? And of course, there's Mayor Quimby, not to be confused with a certain politician from Massachusetts.
Right.
And
What about Groundskeeper Willie?
Do it for Groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
Everyone clean up after themselves when they leave.
Now, Harry, of course, when I was there, our favorite character to write for probably was Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns, C. Montgomery Burns.
Yeah.
You all work for me now.
Yeah.
Smithers, I've got a rocket in my pocket.
Yes, sir, I know, sir. But of course, I also do Principal Skinner. There'll be an assembly after school, and you all must attend. I do Dr. Julius Hibbert.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Hibbert? And this just in, Conan, I do Kent Brockman. So in case there's a vacancy downstairs in the news department, I've covered my share of fires.
Very nice. Now, I'm curious. If you don't mind, I thought maybe we'd try a little scene work here. You guys are so good playing off each other. What about Dr. Hibbert examines Homer?
Dr. Hibbert?
Yes, sir?
I'm sorry, I ate all your tongue depressors. I thought they were popsicle sticks.
That's all right, Homer. You just take your pants down now.
Well, I already have.
All right.
It's just that my legs are blue.
And they're a bit billowy. All right, now bend over.
All right.
I don't want this to get dirty or anything.
I'm going to need a rubber glove. Now,
right.
I think I'm going to need a backup rubber glove.
Whoa! Your hands are cold, Doctor.
Now,
And deep.
what about Mr. Burns firing Homer?
Oh, Mr. Burns, I'm sorry I ate all your tongue depressors.
That's all right, Homer. I didn't have any.
Oh. No!
Now, Simpson, what is it exactly you do at the nuclear power plant?
Well, I make sure everything's safe. I make sure people safen up and be safe. In a safe way.
I don't think we need that anymore. The regulatory noose has been loosened around us. So I think we can dispense with your services. You can consider yourself downsized.
What does that mean?
He's so scared.
I think it means you're dismissed, Homer.
Oh, good. Woo! Can I go back to work now?
Did you ever think there was a point on that show?
This is actually all stuff Conan wrote that never made the show.
Yeah, right. Thank you. I remembered one of the most fun things about working on that show was the amazing guest stars that would come on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Carson was a guest voice when I was on the show.
That's right. Sometimes it was Harry, actually.
Sometimes it was. That's
Yeah,
weird.
it was very good. Very good.
Weird.
But we actually did have the actual Johnny Carson.
You had the actual Johnny Carson, and I hear that the Rolling Stones were on recently.
That's right. We had Mick Jagger and Keith Richards and Elvis Costello, Tom Petty.
What were the Stones like?
Well, it was very interesting. There was a particular rock and roll hierarchy. It was like, first of all, like in terms of lateness, you would have Mick Jagger and Keith Richards come in about 45 minutes late. Mm-hmm. And then like Elvis Costello, 30, Tom Petty maybe 25, Lenny Kravitz, 23. Brian Setzer, right on time.
Right.
Michael Bolton came early, but
And hung around.
he wasn't even on the show.
Yeah. Eating tongue depressors. What were Mick and Keith like?
Well,
Never met those.
You've heard the contrast between those two guys, and
Right.
you could see it. I mean, Mick came in; he was very nattily dressed and very quiet, and nobody was in the room to record with him, and he would do his lines, and then immediately was gone. and in comes Keith Richards. Where's my microphone? And he had a big tumbler of vodka and orange juice.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, oh, okay. And we're like, oh, are we going to have to put subtitles underneath, you know? But he was actually very, very good. And the thing of it was, he'd sign, oh, sure, I'll take a picture with you or whoever, I don't know. Is someone next to me right now? Oh, I'll take a picture. And he signed my wife's album cover, and it said, Old Band, Old Party, 2002. And she said, why'd you put down 2002? He says, I never thought I'd live to see 2002.